Hello everybody and welcome to today's tropical outlook and discussion for May 15th, 2020. As you can see, we're still dealing with the ongoing saga of what is Invest 90L. Some people were thinking this was going to be developed last night, including myself, because we all saw the blow up of thunderstorms and showers that was going on with that yesterday. And it was looking extremely healthy yesterday. We all thought it was going to form, but we waited until today to see if it was going to form, and still nothing happened. And now this is the 8 p.m. the latest advisory for the disturbance. It's at a broad an elongated area of low pressure located over the Straits of Florida continues to produce disorganized showers activity and gusty winds from portions of southern Florida and the northwestern Bahamas northeastward over the adjacent Atlantic waters. Gradual development is expected, and the system is likely to become a tropical or subtropical depression or storm on Saturday while it passes the northwestern Bahamas and moves northeastward over the Atlantic waters east of Florida. Later in the weekend and early next week, the system is expected to move generally northeastward over the western Atlantic east of the Carolinas. Regardless of development, the disturbance will continue to bring heavy rainfall and gusty winds across portions of southeastern Florida and the northwestern Bahamas through Saturday. In addition, hazardous marine conditions will continue off the Florida east coast and in the Bahamas, where gale warnings are currently in effect. Dangerous surf conditions and rip currents are also possible along portions of the southeast U.S. coast this weekend and early next week. See products from your local weather office and high sea forecast for more details. An Air Force Reserve Hurricane Hunter aircraft is scheduled to investigate the disturbance tomorrow morning if necessary. The next special tropical weather outlook on this system will be issued at 3 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time, Saturday morning or earlier if needed. Formation chances through 48 hours, high 80%. Formation chances through 5 days, high 80%. Now, what's amazing is this has been the 70 to 80% range has been consistent over the last 2 days. So something is definitely trying to, try to pop up here, and I'll show you that here later on in this presentation here. So let's look at the GFS. Okay, this is the part of the video where I like to compare two GFS runs with each other. I do look at the other models, but GFS is mostly the model that I particularly use. And let's take a look at the differences between the 12Z and the 18Z. Alright, as you can see, the 12Z has the disturbance right off the tip of Florida here. At least that's where it's looking like it's at. And it looks like there's bright reds in there, so that's very heavy rainfall in there. Some very, very heavy rainfall in there. Alright, let's take a look at the 18Z. And it has the disturbance over here. So as you guys know, these come out in 6-hour intervals. So, there are going to be some differences with them. But as you can see, it has this right over here, and that's about 120 to 150 miles away from what the 12Z has. So let's go out into the future about 3 days from now, and let's see what happens. As you see, it's trying to get moving there. We're going to stop at 19. That's a good stop. As you can see, with this one, it is right off the North Carolina coast. It's about, I would say that's a good 80 miles, maybe 90. 100 tops. from the North Carolina coast, and that is a very 995 is a mid-grade tropical storm. As you can see, the isotherms are trying to wrap tightly around the low, so that's when you know it's starting to try to strengthen. As again, once again, this is not that far off the North Carolina coast from here. So let's take a look at the 18Z model and see where that is on the 19th. It seems to be a little bit more north than the 12Z and a little bit weaker than the 12C. There are models that are suggesting that this might hit into the northeast, but you know, that's about 5 days out, so that's pretty much, you know, I have to see it to believe it type of things, you know. So speaking of 5 days, let's go to the 21st. And as you can see, by the 21st, this GFS run has it already. It has it out of here. No traces of it whatsoever. How about on this one, the 21st? Same thing, disappearing, nowhere to be seen. Yep, it's nowhere. Can't even really tell it out. It looks like we have something trying to pop up right here. We just gotta wait and see with that. This is like 5 or 6 days out here, so you're gonna have to wait and find out with that. Alright, let's go over sea surface temperatures for the Southwest Atlantic here. As you can see, we got some 26s, we got some 27s. We definitely got some 28s in there. So this 27 to 28, that is definitely warm enough to support tropical activity, and that's why it's still hanging on. It hasn't, you know, it hasn't dissipated yet because it's in these warm waters here. There's 27 and 28 degrees Celsius waters. You know, that's about 80 to 82 degrees, I would think. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong there. I think 27 to 28 is 80 to 82. But as you can see here in the Eastern Pacific, that is bath water, hot water. We got 30s, we got 31s, and we even got a speck of 32s there. But, you know, that's a discussion for another video. We're over here, you know, speaking about the Atlantic. And if you can see, we got a lot of 27s popping up here. We got 29s over here. We got some 30s right here. This, where you see in the yellow, is all tropical system ready, at least for the sea surface temperatures. So it's gonna be a very interesting season. And right now we're gonna go look at the ENSO real quick, or the whole global sea surface temperature. As you can see, this whole blue line here, that is the ENSO region, and it's really starting to fill in now with blues. Like, we're getting dark blues, which is like getting down there to like 1 degree below average. So, you know, this is gonna be scary. And once this area fills in with blues, then that's really gonna kick it off. Because this is gonna cause the Eastern Pacific hurricane season to be kind of slow. You know, there's some people that are only forecasting like 12 storms in the Eastern Pacific this year, which is absolutely insane. When you have some seasons where you get up to the X named storms, like 2018, which is absolutely crazy. But yeah, that's going to slow down the Eastern Pacific hurricane season, and that's going to bring all the attention right here, where you can see all of these bright reds starting to pop up. I mean, yeah, right here, this is the main development region, right in here. Yeah, there is some cooler waters here, but I do not expect that to last very long. Especially considering, how warm the sea surface temperatures in the Atlantic have been this year. So this is definitely going to be a short-lived event right here. And the Gulf of Mexico is going to really heat up too. We're probably going to reach 90s in some places here in the Gulf. I would not doubt it. All right, the last thing I want to show is the visible satellite of Invest 90L. As you can see, it's a hot mess right now, but as you can see in the last few frames, that some convection is starting to pop up, and I do believe that this is the blow up that we've been waiting for. I do firmly believe that, because they said that it's supposed to be a tropical storm probably tomorrow, so this blow up right here is probably the start of it getting its act together. As you can see, I think the low pressure is right in here, and you can see that this moisture is trying to wrap around that center. And once it does, the National Hurricane Center is most likely going to pull the trigger on this. Which I would think, my prediction is either tomorrow morning or tomorrow afternoon, this will be a tropical storm. Yeah. But as you can see, I mean, it's pretty elongated right now, because it's still associated with a warm front, which is just draped all over the system. And we got a trough that's coming down here like this, and that's what's really saving this thing right now, is that trough. If that trough was not coming down like that, this thing would have already dissipated. And because of that trough, the wind shear is lowering with the system, so the system is going to follow that less wind shear, and that's when it's going to start blowing up. And as I said, it's probably going to be tomorrow morning or tomorrow afternoon where we see this thing, a subtropical or tropical storm, Arthur. Anyways, I want to thank you guys for tuning in tonight, and I'll have some more updates for you guys tomorrow. Have a nice day.